Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. We got a short week today this week. Yeah, starting today, the July 4th. So we'll expect it to get some pretty slow market action, and but that may not happen. But anyway, so we are coming out from the last Friday sell-off, and so we're trending up, but we'll see how the market will react in the open. We got about 10 minutes to the open, and we get our first major pullback, after the Asian Open, and since then we've been grinding higher, right? Making some couple of higher lows, right? Higher lows. So we're steadying, and higher highs in short time frame. So it's but we'll see the open might change that entirely. But also just bear in mind the market has been down 5 days in a row. So you can put all those into context and see if there's going to be some defensive action in the market today. Well, as always, I will definitely want to give a couple of minutes to see what the market really want to do for today. So we have the lows from Friday, it's 29,165, right? So we're very far off from that lows right now, almost 500 points. And we also created low in the Asian hours right around, which is really the close, right? The close of Friday was the low of the Asian hour, which is 29,360. So I would say mark that low as your first pullback, potential pullback. If it gets there, that would be very deep, right? So we're talking about giving the entire whole move, 300 move. And then another key low could be the VWAP as well, which is just right at the, I don't know why I said this VWAP here, but yeah, there's a VWAP right around, right now, 570. So that could be a potential level. Let's see. Okay. And where else are we? Sorry, just got distracted there. So yeah. So VWAP, I would say is our first pullback, and a deeper pullback would be between the VWAP and the Friday close, basically. So I'm marking 576 and 365. And so yeah, and then coming back to the Watchdog here, like I say again, our EMA separation, we are essentially the last almost 3 hours we've been price has been pushing up, right? Because we came from an earlier sell-off, right, during the Asian hours, and then we are trying to be expanding gradually. We've been putting some expansion, but then the last hour there's been some sell-off, right? So that's why our AMA separation is contracting, so into the open. So given what we're seeing, I mean, like I said, the open you never predicted. If there is a firewalk to the upside, then yeah, we'll wait and see, how much continuation we have there. But right now, I think right into the open, we're taking some sell-off into the open for now. So we'll see how that plays out. And So yeah. So that's my bias. So my bias is neutral. I have no bias at all um, until I see where the market is going, right? Even though if it looks a little bit bullish, um, yeah, it could turn bearish instantly. So really, there's no bias right now. I think it's just, try to see what the market is doing. Let the market show you its hands, because they will always show you their hands, right? Unless if it's a choppiness. If it's choppy, it's choppy. Whatever it is, whatever it is. You just have to, play it with whatever it gives you. So yeah. All right, guys. So that's my quick take. So we'll see in the next 3 minutes. Yeah, so I'll go behind, and once market open, I will wait for a trade. All right, talk to you guys soon. Okay, market is open, and we just tapped VWAP. We just tapped VWAP, and we sliced through it, and okay, VWAP is touched and is quickly retracing back up. So we just printing a double top for the first 15-minute session, so this is good. So I tried some just very quick scalp there. I've not really seen an entry yet, but sometimes I try to just use one micro to see, to kind of get myself into, it's like calibrating myself, essentially what I did there. So I think from now, so we're now almost in the first 15 minutes. There's clearly some, the market has put some, at least if you look at it in the 1 minute, it has put some very nice trend. So lower high, sorry, higher lows, right? So we got the higher lows. And so I think what I'm gonna wait for now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let me go just quickly run down to 1 minute here. All right, so this here, so this is a higher low, right? So this is, we're trending up. So what I'm gonna wait for now, I'm gonna wait for a price to come down to the EMA, and then I can join the long. So this is giving me some conviction that we are building a bullish trend to the upside. So the ES is going up as well too. Only thing down this morning is some of the cheap names. So we still got Micron, SanDisk, pretty down on. Everything else is trying to run higher. Tesla is up big, Amazon is up big. Okay, so we just tapped the EMA. Oh shit, sorry guys. I'm on a trade on a different account. I did not. Let me show you where I am. Yep, a nice tap there. I just entered trade on a different account, so it's not connected to my Watchdog. But yeah, I took a long there. Let's see, maybe I might get another. Let's see here, we might come back again. Try to retest. No, I'll wait for the retest again. Okay. I'm gonna retest. Trying to retest again. And give me some room here. That's why I entered very small size first for now. Let's see what it does here. So it should be printing a new lower high here. Okay, so the 50 EMA created a bounce, so I didn't add debit. I like the reaction there, so yeah, so it printed the lower high. Sorry, the high, yeah, the lower high. So when I got 1, 2, 3, okay. So this should be the push now for the upside. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's beautiful. Okay. It should take us higher. This should be the. Come on, let's go. Let's go. One more push.
Order filled.
One more push, come on. So yeah, so this candle was very. So I'm on the 1 minute. I just kind of wanted to use that to really track the first few minutes of price action. So that's good. Okay. So it's kind of having some bit of a resistance here at the top, but like I said, this candle week here should kind of give you a lot of confidence to. Like, I mean, it probably will come back again, but definitely it's going to print another high or low, so that'll be a good point to re-enter. But other than that, it's yeah, it's stalling, so I'm not gonna get out of it for now. Okay, so it's good. So we got about more than 60 point there, and let's see, there's another. Try again. Yeah, I got it just because it's stalling at the top there. So let's see. It's very likely it's going to continue because this price here, this bottom wick, it's a strong conviction. There's a lot of buyers, stepping here. So okay, I'm gonna switch back to the 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes looks really bullish, very bullish 5 minutes. So okay, back again. Go back again to the 1 minute. Okay, oh, all right, so nice. It's got some very strong push again. Okay, so well, I got out. See if we get another. I'll try another long again here. It's because we weren't really pushing down aggressively, so I'll give you more wide room here. But let's hope we're not breaking structure here, because this would really okay. We may just break structure here now. Okay, well, market structure is broken for now. All right, so I'm gonna, again, it's only 2 micros, so I'm gonna give it some room and see what's it. Yeah, market structure is broken. So this time we could potentially tap the VWAP again here. So I won't do anything until we get there. Yeah, structure is broken. Maybe the 1 minute is gonna be confusing. So let's switch back to the 5 and see. Okay, yeah, 5 minutes. It's very, very decisive. So we are back again at the VWAP, and it's a pretty big decisive move there. You're just right at the VWAP there. So just gonna stop here. I need to see a 1 minute. Okay, so we're off to the races. All right, capitulation. Interesting. Let's see what it's doing here. Push this down a little bit. Okay, so this is my limit here though. This is the furthest I can go. So yep, there's the farthest I can go. All right. I'll add 2 more and see. That's it. We can make it. Yeah, this is my limit. So we shall see. We shall see. that loss there, it was shouldn't be. Let's get back to the 1 minute again and see what the market is really trying to do here. Now, okay, let's get a clear picture. Okay, so nice bottom wick there. Oh. You don't want to do that, so it's my yeah, well, it's definitely a nice short entry right here. Just think about it now. That's okay. Let's see, we got 2 weeks here, right? This telling us that this sell-off is getting done. It's kind of how I'm interpreting it right now. It's telling me it's getting done. Really, I think it's getting done here. I'll give it this time. I'm not gonna do the same. Just give it just right at the bottom wick there. That's where I'm gonna set my stop this time. But it's just the reason I get in longer is looks like a oh no, looks like a bear flag. That's what it looks like to me. So let me push up. I mean, let me see a low. What I'm gonna do, I want to see a lower high, right? I want to see like the market is printing a lower high from here, because right now this looks like a bear market, a bear trap. Sorry. So I want to see a lower high. So this is a low. I want to see a lower high before I convince myself to take a long. All right, this should be a short from here. So yeah, this wasn't convincing at all. Yep, it's not a convincing long. Okay. Okay, so this is how I want to interpret this market going forward, right? This price action is not bullish at all by any stretch of imagination. So this is a bearish price action. I mean, a real bearish price action. So I think I just need to calibrate my mindset going forward from here. That I almost think that this is something we're gonna see for, again, I'm not trying to predict anything here, but I'm just trying to, get my mind clear and clean on what I'm saying. So I don't see bull continuation from here, like at least for the rest of the week. Maybe we are going to be seeing this sort of, you know, price go up and then get sold off, right? So every rip essentially has been selling off since last week and it's starting again this week. So I think we just have to, see from that point, like right, yes, there's no reason why. I mean, if I had a mindset, right, yeah, it's definitely, when the price move up and then, well, I'm glad I took some of my profit there. But the expectation that we're going to break the low, right? We thought we've created a low, but no. This is the fact that we took out this low here. This is bearish. We are in a so the the bears got their entry clean, right? Because they already see that we're in the bearish market. So in a bear market, this is what happened. You get a local high, and then that's an entry. Everything is selling off. Nvidia, yeah, everything is all gone. So we are so now we have, this is the one. Let me go back now to 5 minutes even deep. So I'll stay here. So we'll start selling off now every confluences, right? So maybe we'll tap EMA and then we'll reject. So yep, that's the is what we got. It's yeah, it's not bullish at all. Our Okay, yep, we are completely, we melt up. Yep. Yeah, it kind of looks suspicious, you know, when the market was almost like 400 points. Like, oh, it's I didn't think bearish, quite frankly. So, but it's yeah, I think it's right because the sentiment is the king, right? Sentiment really rules, you know, the market. It starts from sentiment first, and you use that sentiment to really, you know, understand what price action is really doing. So if we're not bullish, there's just no. You always see every because then the sentiment holds the trend, right? So if we're in a bearish sentiment, so we're in a downtrend, and it's almost like we're building into that. Let me see. Look at our daily now. Our daily is, yeah. So daily trend is very weak. I'll try to print a red day now. Want to get it 6 days in a row. Nah, yeah, that would, you know. I think what this is a task, right? This is really a task right now to uh, bring the market to a, because even though we say oh it's not in the long term, it's still bullish, right? We're still like on a long time frame uptrend. So I think you just make sure you have your context. It's still bullish. The hourly chart, sorry, the daily chart looks certainly bullish. We're just pulling back, right? So I think you should also look at the context of that pullback period. So we are in a very strong pullback period, and if you take that pullback period as a zone, then it's a really bearish. It's a bearish zone, right? So we're bearish on the pullback territory, and so I mean on a day-to-day trading that really matters, right? So you really want to accept what the market is doing on that confined zone, so which is bearish, right? Because we've printed 1 2, so yeah, five red candle, and they're creating lows, right? So, and I think what really triggered, let me see, I can push this one here. What really triggered the sell-off today, I'll show you nice this. Go to a different chart here. Yeah. What is triggering is this, so you can see, so this is our daily, right? High, lower high. Here, I'll try to print some lower high, but this too high, this two candle here, yeah, this is a problem, right? This two candle is a real problem. So and now this is exactly what happened, just right at the, look at this. That's a really nice rejection there, right? Just reject at the 14 EMA, and yeah, so this is, I think what the bears really want to do, if they can hold it, they can bring it to fall below this 50 EMA, then it's also getting very dicey as well too, because right now, see, we got, maybe they want to retest this low, right? Could be that's what they're looking for, which obviously I don't think until this is taken out, then we're not. I think the trend is big, it's a bullish trend, but I think there's a high probability that this is an area that the market really want to tap again. So this is your daily chart. So this is how the daily really looks like. Okay, so it's definitely not bullish for sure within the confined um, confined trend. Okay, so we'll call this building. It is building. Is building to be bearish for sure. That's what it is. Question is how long it goes, right? How deep it goes. All right. So back now. Yeah. So I think for now I just have to look for a short entry. That's all I gotta look for. And so right here. Let's see what is happening to the semis. Yep, that is up. So we're still, yeah. So we're still. Russell is down pretty big. Yeah, the microns, they're down a lot. So the micron is down another 100 points. So it's suddenly it is a semi sell-off. That's really what we're driving the market now. So micron has given up his entire post-market pump. It's gone. So and that's usually when that happens, it's usually continue. It just never stopped there. So AI sell-off is definitely for real. And yep, Amazon is up, the rotation is there. Microsoft gave up some gains. Yep, AMD. So yeah, so it's definitely in the AI, it's on the AI sell-off for sure. Yep. Yep. No, it's absolutely no bull, no long. It's just not. So a long will come in when if we get high, then of course we gotta print a trend up, right? The 1 minute it is smoking bearish. That's just like if this is a low, that's fine. Let it print it. You'll print it, you'll see it. If this is a low, you'll see it. It will go up, come back, it won't take out this low, then you know you've printed low. And from there you wanna start see if there's gonna be a meaningful retracement. But right now we are not there yet. Yeah, this is just probably so usually the 1 minute EMA top, they're like I said, this is if you're bearish, you want to like take a short here, right? And return back here. But I just don't do it. I usually prefer the 5 minutes if I want to do that. So if I go to the 5 minutes, so we still got a long way, a long way to top the EMA on the 5 minutes. So Yep, so I said I was gonna share my 1 minute and see. This is very, what are we looking at? Okay, so we now print a high low right here. Okay, so this is where I could consider an entry. Okay. Wait for the pullback to engage. No. Okay. Stop in there. Okay. Take a small position here. I just said here's my stop. So it is printing a lower high. So what I'm saying here is okay, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright. I'll take something off here. I'll take one off here for now. Yeah, and then if you pull back, I will maybe add to it. But this is very this is a trend direction for sure. That's nice. So this is probably, maybe we're at, let me go back to the 5 minutes chart. I think we're probably tapping the EMA at the 5. Yeah, there you go. So it will be it will be tough here, right? So you know what I'm gonna do? Let me see. You know, I'm gonna close. The reason I'm closing it here, right, is it's always gonna be a battle, right? At the EMAs at the 5 minutes, they tend to really put some tough challenge. So let me just take this profit out, and then it's over 60 points. So let's see how it reacts here. If we continue to push higher, then we will always come back and retest the EMA. So maybe that is where I can join another long for now. But now I think I'm satisfied with that gains there. Let me sit out and see what it's about, because the EMA will create some resistance, right? So again, take the contest. We're kind of in a a bubble bearish zone. So I think the way price typically act here is just price is pushing a little bit higher for a continuation to the downside is trying to create. But now we broke the 14 EMA, so this is good. This is, I mean, at least for the bull, this is very entertaining to see. But the question is how far it goes from here. So yeah, so this trade, I know it was only, well, yeah, it was three micros, so it's almost 500 in profit. So which kind of brings me almost break even now for my earlier trade that I just left it run on me and took almost $600 in loss. So now I'm almost break even now. So I just need to find yeah. Okay. So switch to the 1 minute again, you'll find something very unique happening as well. So it's really, yeah, so it has braked. The 1 minute has gone past the 14 and 50 EMA. So this is also this is strength. So maybe we are creating our next higher low here, and that's exactly what is happening. So we're pushing higher from here. So okay, this is good. So the prices, yep, that's good. That's good for the bulls. It's really, wow, it's very interesting price action to this moment. Like I said, this is the problem when you have a bias, right? When you take a bias in the market, you always get caught up in the wrong side. That's why staying neutral it will always serve you well, right? So when you're neutral, you act on what you're saying, right? Because you really don't care whether it's up or down, whether it's bullish or bearish. Well, of course, first of all, you need to understand what the context is. But once you understand that, then you stay neutral, right? And just follow the price and know when to take your profits, when to hit your stop, and I think to them, like I said, my earlier trade before this was, I would say, it was a little bit out of my norm, but I try to give myself a lot of room because I have a very small size. So, but typically I wouldn't do that. But yeah, but this second trade was, I think I feel I really liked it. I felt, that's how I should execute. So. All right, so we're definitely trying to print. We're trying to print bullish, for sure. But again, two things is happening now, right? So this is where being neutral really helps. So right now, like you see what the market is doing here, right? We are almost rejecting at I would say we're gonna call it fair value gap. So let's go back to the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes will give us a better clarity. So go to a different. So right here, okay. So this zone, it's a problem. Let me find. I can write my chart here, but I need to get a markup. So this zone is a problem here where my mouse is moving. So this is fair value gap between here and here in the 5 minutes. Now say price is just tapping it and rejecting it. So this is a classical area of sell-off. If we are considering being in a bearish short-term trend, which we are based on the price chart, so we should be selling off from here, or at least pushing down significantly, and then we may find a low and create a higher low. So on the 5 minutes here, this is a better picture. I know the 1 minute was just for a quick scalp, but this is a better picture now. So this is bearish, right? There is no, this is a low. I won't call this a higher low at all, right? And I think it's trying to print a higher low. It looks like, but we'll see. But this is a bearish structure for sure. So what happened about an hour ago, I think it's about to happen again, right? So it prints high, sell off, print another high, which is lower than the previous high, then sell off, right? So that is yeah. So let's see if we break this 14 EMA, I could, join a shot there if it prints it. We'll see. Like I said, we shall see. It's if you're a structured trader, I think this is kind of where confirmation is very, and I think it really depends on depends on how comfortable you are. If it's okay, you feel like the structure shows that because this structure we're seeing right now is two ways. It's either bullish or bearish. So I'll give you the bullish case. The bullish case is we are forming some sort of bull flag here, right? So go rise up, right? So if you look at this, if you look at this, I'm looking at a 1 minute chart, but if you look at this 5 minutes, we rise up, right? We'll be rising and we're forming a bull flag, right? So we'll consolidate, and then that is the bullish case. The bearish case, they look at it from here, right? So the bull look at it from the bottom here, the bears look, so you gotta look at it from both sides. And so, and then if you're neutral like me, we'll just watch. That's all we're looking at. So the bulls are building up here, right? Because they believe this is a bull flag. They're building up here. The bears are also building up at the top. All right, so this is the reason why you could see this sort of tight movement here, because bulls and bears, they're both engaged here, right? Because the market is telling you both direction, both sides can happen. So the question is where you want to join, right? And none of them is right or wrong. It's really, eventually who became the majority, right? So this is a voting machine. What we're seeing right now in front of you is a voting machine. That's it. There's nothing more. If you want to join the vote, join the vote. If you don't want to join the vote, then sit aside. Right? That's just what's going on. So for me, I'm just sitting aside because I mean, it's not just I want to follow the side that's winning. That's me. That's what I'm doing. I want to follow the side that is winning. The side that wins, you sit. If the bears win, they still will continue to go down, and then I'll join them. If the bulls win, this will continue to go up, which means the real bull flag is printed, and then we'll continue to go higher. Then I join the bull. Okay. Right now, I don't want to participate in the voting. I just want to join the side or win the vote. That's it. So that, I think that makes more sense, right? That's more of a tactical answer. I mean, the brave ones are the ones joining the vote here right now, right? They're just like, they're convinced, you know, this must go down. They're convinced this will go up, the building. So, you know, and they're doing it for a good reason. It's not because, you know, they feel like it's a good entry for them, so they want to get the maximum entry. And so they're willing to take that risk. So those are the ones who are building the market for us to follow. We don't have the capacity to take that risk, so, and we're kind of more risk avert, and so we want to see that the probability is much higher. Because right now this is a 50-50. There are people who are very comfortable taking a 50-50, and that's where we are right now, right? And they're just there throwing everything they got because that's all they need, right? 50-50. But right now, I mean, most recently myself, I want to see if I can get a bit more, right? You know, if it breaks here and continue, so that gives us, you know, a little bit more than 50% odds to the downside. If it goes up here, breaks, a little bit more than 50% odds to the upside. But again, still can change, doesn't matter, right? It's, even if it's 80%, it can still go in the other direction, but your chance is just building the odds here. But right now we are in a 50-50, and I will see who win the fight. It's just like right now is a battle. Yeah, I can. Looking at here, it is both. We're printing a bull flag on a short-term frame, and we're printing a bearish on the slightly higher time frame. That's kind of the way it looks like. And higher time frame is always the winner. So, okay, if you ask me, let me be the judge. Okay, the judge is higher time frame is always the winner, right? So, yeah. This will probably go down. I mean, based on higher time frame being the winner. Again, it's not me predicting anything here. I'm just, if we always believe higher time frame is the winner, then this is voting to the downside is likely to, you know, take the trophy here. But again, somebody might step up, and because for price to move from here, right, you just take one person to come in and just say, you know what, screw this, and, you know, just take everybody out. That's all it takes. And the same thing on the downside, just take one person, and we'll wait and see who that person will be. And the Bears are about to win. Yeah. Looking at my 1 minute. Yeah, the Bears are really carrying this market for sure. And they are, yep, the Bears are winning. And I will be, yeah, I'll be true to my, what the hell? Sorry. Let's see here. Same thing, I will, yeah. Nope, I'm not going in here. The Bears are carrying it now. So yeah, the bears are winning. It's just I'm not entry because I just missed my entry a minute ago. So we'll see what happened here. Let's see one more push. Wow, they're still fighting. It's not confirmed yet. There is. You know what? Bears want to carry this thing, so I'll let them. Let's see. I don't feel. Yeah, I'm not sure how far they want to go, but yeah, I'll take it out here. Anyway, yeah, yeah, the Bears are taking it. So, but there you go. So that's just how you frame your mind for you know for market opportunities. So, but I think so. Yeah, so I'm back. I've recovered all my losses. Just made some slight gain there. But I think this session was what I enjoyed about it is I flow with the market at the later part. My first trade was really, like I said, I think there was a lot of mistake there, but I was glad it was a really small position, right? So I took some loss there, but then my next two trades really, I flow with the market very well, and made two good wins for sure. That bring me back to uh, positive territory. So I'm gonna call it here, and just maybe tomorrow we can get this is really a good price action, and I hope most people were able to make money here today, but this is good. Like I said, always stay calm, calm yourself down, stay steady, and sync properly with the market, right? Because because the market is all it does is a mathematical probability. It doesn't have any bias against anyone. All you just have to do is just flow with it, right? See what is printing. So right now, as you can see, yeah, so the bears they took that at that battleground, seems their vote is carrying the weight, and that's what they're doing. So but again, this could also be an opportunity now in the next few minutes for maybe another higher low, right? To print to continue higher. So um, so if you still keep trading, just keep an open mind on that, right? Just um, if you feel convinced that there's an entry, take it, take some profit, wait for another entry. All right, okay, take care guys, bye.